Υπόσχομαι τελευταία φορά που θα με υποστείτε, για σήμερα τουλάχιστον. I have the honor of hosting Mr. Michael Jalbert, who was kind enough to attend in person also, and provide us with valuable insight on the luxury real estate market, both in Greece and abroad. So I'd like to ask you first of all, foreign buyers of luxury real estate in Greece have been steadily increasing over the past few years. And why do you think this is the case? And which have been the rising hotspots over the past 12 or 18 months, let's say?
What are
the hotspots?
The hotspots,
yeah. Do you see a declining trend, for example, in places like Mykonos, in favor of other areas like the Athenian Riviera? Is this a trend that you're witnessing as well?
Well, first, let me say thank you for inviting me to be here. It's a pleasure to be here. So on behalf of Forbes Global Properties, we're delighted to participate. I hope you all know our local member, Rula Ruva, who's headquartered in Corfu. Here she comes in the middle of the floor right now. And they've also got offices here in Athens. So Forbes Global Properties is a membership network of very elite brokerage companies around the world. We're currently, we have 600 offices in 30 countries with about 20,000 agents. So we really have a very good feel for the global mobility of what's going on. We don't actually use the word luxury. And candidly, we don't use the word luxury because we find it overused. We work on descriptions that take a little bit more effort, but the high net worth and ultra high net worth buyers and sellers are really the strata where we concentrate our effort. And there's a lot of dynamics going on right now in terms of buyers and hotspots. We must, I think, recognize that it's becoming much more of a global society in terms of moving around, especially when you talk about high net worth buyers and sellers. In fact, if we think generationally, at the end of World War II, when what I would call those high net worth buyers were looking to buy second homes, palaces, castles, country states, they rarely were limited by roads and rails in terms of how far from their primary residence could they travel from and actually use the property. Well, in today's world, it's really a global society. And if you think about even the digital or internet or AI entrepreneurs and the billions of dollars that they've got to spend, you know, it wouldn't be unusual for one of our customers to have their primary residence in London, have a property in Crete, and a townhouse in Tokyo, because it doesn't matter where they are in order to accomplish their work. So really what we're finding is those destinations that work very hard at marketing the values of what they have to offer to that community are the ones that are really capitalizing on the moves. What are the golden visa or tax advantages? What's the weather like? What's the infrastructure that can support that kind of move? So when it comes to hotspots inside Greece, I'd have to capitulate to Rula to give us the details. But you know, we're working on wonderful projects right now in Crete, in Corfu. We're privileged to have some relationship and working with the folks at Elinikon, and then we have the everyday business that we're working with as well. There's a shift in terms of who those buyers are. As told to me, it used to be heavily a UK-based buyer that came into the Greek market, and that's becoming far more diversified. A lot of Swiss buyers, a lot of Dutch buyers. I think it's starting to open up to the American market in a way we haven't seen before as well. And I think as we plug into the global marketing of all the wonderful things Greece has to offer, we can really improve that.
Is this linked to direct flights as well? Besides,
yeah, infrastructure is key, and that includes flights, to your point. Absolutely. Flights, accessibility, and frankly, private airports as well.
Because most of them have private jets.
Well, a number of them do. And we want to make sure we accommodate that.
So those people have specific needs and demands when it comes to buying their property. Can you give us some insight on their criteria and decision-making process in general, as well as the most common amenities that they're looking for in such properties?
So
I had luxury villa. I didn't use the word luxury.
very good. Well done. Well done. So that high net worth and ultra high net worth buyer and seller, we've seen some rapid advancement in the post-COVID era, right? Or even towards the tail end of COVID. People are really looking to make those investments in properties where they can enjoy what they want out of their lifestyle. I think I overheard earlier, I was translating some of the Greek to try and understand some of the previous speakers, but you know, they want a property that has a lot of outdoor space, maybe multiple offices inside the space if both spouses work, a place where they can entertain and have guests come with multiple bedrooms, multiple bathrooms. So it really is a good-sized villa. In fact, I was just speaking with a developer before I came in, and he was speaking about projects that he's working on, and he's actually looking to double the size of the villas he's building to accommodate the demands of this high net worth and ultra high net worth buyer and seller. So it's about, they want beauty, they want accessibility, they want outdoor space, they want amenities, they want turnkey, make it easy for me, give me the support systems. In fact, one of the projects that we're working on out in Crete, Ralph Lauren, for the first time in the world, is actually designing some of the villas that are being built. So
In
it's
Eluda, I think it's Eluda Hills.
Elunda Hills, exactly. So they're looking for amenities. They're looking for ease. And while price is not an object, they don't want to overspend. They want value. So it's really a bit of a tightrope, but there's a lot of money looking for a home.
Is the Greek market offering that value in terms of the quality of the properties on offer compared to the competition? I mean, other countries where we've seen perhaps a saturation of properties on offer and very close proximity between houses, not enough free spaces. Perhaps Greece is a viable alternative in that respect.
So I'll tell you what you want to hear, and I'll tell you what you don't want to hear.
By all means.
I think Greece offers a lot of value in some beautiful properties and projects that are being developed. But you also have some competition out there, and some competition from places that never used to be in competition. Places like Montenegro, Albania, Croatia. They have some beautiful projects being developed. So what I believe is the opportunity for Greece is to really do what you're doing, but even amp it up more, really advertise and really market the value, quality of life, the history, frankly, how safe the country is. These are the things that buyers at this strata really are looking for. They're looking for not only a good investment, but the infrastructure, the community that supports that. In fact, Rula and Marcus and Georgia and I were just speaking about how to even further market the global opportunities of Greece, because I think you have a wonderful story, but I think it can be told even more globally than it has been, and that's where we come in, and I think we're very excited about the opportunities to expand that.
I think the US is world-renowned in its marketing abilities, as we can see in various domains, especially sports. But I think that real estate is also one such area. My question and final one is supply in Greece able to cater to this growing demand? Are we going to lose buyers because we don't have the properties they need, perhaps, in the locations they desire them?
Well, the answer would be absolutely yes. If you don't have what they want to buy, they'll go find it somewhere else. So you want to make sure you do have the right offerings. However, having said that, there's a global financial, a global residential shortage of properties to be bought. So I think you're probably a long way off of not being competitive. I think more the opportunity is to do an amazing job, which we do, and I think we can build on marketing what you have to offer. But to your point, yes, if they don't find what they want here, they'll keep looking. So what's the appeal? How does it cater to their needs?
do you see a growing number of projects entering the market? And that's more what
I do see a growing number of projects entering the market, and I don't believe the market by any means is saturated. I think you have lots of opportunity to continue to build on those opportunities, and frankly, we're excited to participate in that with you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Thank you.